In the small town of Eldridge, nestled in the shadow of a sprawling forest, stood an old, dilapidated house that had long been abandoned. The townsfolk whispered of strange noises and glimpses of movement from within, but no one dared venture close. One chilly October evening, a young couple, Sarah and Ben, decided to explore the house. They were thrill-seekers, drawn by the allure of the unknown. Armed with only flashlights and a camera, they made their way through the overgrown yard and creaky front door. Inside, the air was thick with dust and mildew. Their footsteps echoed through the empty rooms, and the only light came from their flashlights, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The house seemed to breathe around them, settling with each step they took. As they ventured deeper, they found themselves in a large, darkened room filled with old furniture, draped in white sheets. Ben moved a sheet off a large mirror, revealing a tarnished surface. Sarah shivered, feeling an inexplicable sense of dread. "Let's take a few pictures and get out of here," Ben suggested. Sarah nodded, feeling uneasy but eager to prove her courage. While Ben was setting up the camera, Sarah noticed a peculiar pattern on the dusty floor. A series of footprints leading to a door at the far end of the room. The footprints were impossibly small, as if a child had wandered through the dust. "Ben, look at this," Sarah said, pointing to the trail. Ben followed her gaze and frowned. "Probably just the remnants of some animal," he said dismissively, but his voice betrayed a hint of unease. Ignoring the feeling gnawing at her, Sarah pushed open the door, revealing a narrow staircase leading down to a basement.
Come on, Lucy.
Ben hesitated but followed her down into the darkness. The basement was cold and musty, filled with old boxes and cobwebs. Their flashlights flickered as they moved through the clutter. As they reached the far end of the basement, they found an old, iron-bound trunk. The trunk looked oddly out of place amidst the decay. "Should we open it?" Sarah asked, her voice trembling slightly. Ben nodded, curiosity outweighing his apprehension. With a groan, Ben pried the trunk open. Inside, they found a collection of old, yellowed photographs and a tattered journal. The photographs were of various people, but in each one, the faces were scratched out. Sarah picked up the journal, her fingers trembling. The entries were a jumbled mess of paranoia and dread. It spoke of voices in the walls, a child's laughter, and a growing sense of being watched. The final entry was scrawled in frantic, almost illegible handwriting. "They are coming for me. They are already here." A sudden, chilling breeze swept through the basement, extinguishing their flashlights. In the pitch darkness, Sarah and Ben could hear faint, echoing whispers and the sound of tiny, scurrying footsteps. Panic set in. They stumbled towards the stairs, but as they climbed, the whispers grew louder, becoming